The darkness here is not empty. It is a heavy, velvet silence. At the very center of everything you know, there is a point of no return. Fact 1. Deep within the core of the Milky Way lies Sagittarius A star. It is a supermassive black hole, a shadow cast against the brilliance of a million suns. Fact 2. This central engine is 4 million times more massive than our sun. Imagine a single grain of sand that weighs as much as a mountain range. Fact 3. It is located 26,000 light-years away from your bed. Even light, the fastest traveler in the cosmos, takes 26 millennia to reach this dark heart. Fact 4. Around this void, stars are dancing. They move at speeds of several thousand kilometers per second. They are like fireflies caught in a silent, invisible whirlwind. We often think of the center as a place of chaos, but from a distance, it is a perfect, rhythmic clockwork. The galaxy breathes through this gravity. You are part of that breath. Fact 5. The galactic center is crowded. In the space between Earth and our nearest star, Proxima Centauri, there are usually vast voids. But at the core, stars are packed together like commuters on a busy train. Fact 6. There are over 10 million stars within just a few light years of the Sagittarius A star is currently a quiet black hole. It is a sleeping giant, humming to itself. It snacks on occasional gas clouds rather than devouring entire worlds. Fact 8. The event horizon is the point where the light can no longer escape. It is a sphere of absolute stillness. Inside, time and space swap roles. Consider the patience of gravity. It does not hurry. It simply waits for everything to find its way home. Your own atoms were once forged in the heat of stars just like these. Fact 9. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy. This means its center is not a simple circle, but a long, glowing bar of aging stars. Fact 10. This central bar is 27,000 light-years long. It acts like a cosmic funnel, guiding gas and dust toward the center to feed new star life. Fact 11. The stars in this bulge are mostly old. They are the grandfathers of the galaxy. They glow with a soft amber light. Fact 12. There is a Fermi bubble blowing out from the center. These are two massive balloons of gamma rays stretching 50,000 light-years above and below the galaxy. Extremes living side by side. Fact 15. A star named S2 orbits the black hole every 16 years. It is a cosmic pendulum, swinging through the dark with mathematical grace. To look toward the center is to look into our own past. We are the descendants of this ancient glowing city. Safe in the suburbs, we listen to the faint heartbeat of the core. We leave the crowded center now. We drift outward, into the great galactic disk. Here, the stars are spread out like salt scattered on a dark table. Fact 16. The Milky Way has 4 main spiral arms: the Perseus arm, the Scutum Centaurus arm, the Sagittarius arm, and the Norma arm. Fact 17. We live in a smaller structure called the Orion Spur. It is a quiet coastal village nestled between the great cosmic highways. Fact 18. The galaxy is 100,000 light-years across. If the Milky Way were the size of the United States, our solar system would be the size of a teacup. Fact 19. The disk is surprisingly thin. It is only 1,000 light-years thick. It is like a shimmering compact disk made of light and shadow. Everything is in motion. The arms are not solid structures.
They are waves of pressure, like a traffic jam where the cars move through, but the jam remains in place. Fact 20. There are at least 100 billion stars in our galaxy. Some estimates suggest there may be as many as 400 billion. Fact 21. For every human being who has ever lived, there are dozens of stars.
It is more massive than 90% of the stars in the galaxy. It is a bright, steady lantern in the night. Fact 24. Between the stars, there are rogue planets. These are worlds with no sun. They drift in the eternal cold, orphans of the cosmos. Fact 25. There may be more rogue planets than there are stars. Billions of dark spheres wandering the silence. There is a strange comfort in the scale of the unknown. If there are so many worlds, then the possibilities for life are endless. Somewhere, perhaps, another mind is looking at a distant spark, wondering about you. Fact 26. Stars are born in stellar nurseries. These are giant clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. Fact 27. The Orion Nebula is a visible factory of suns. It smells like roasting almonds and ozone. Fact 28. New stars are wrapped in cocoons of dust. They kick away their blankets with powerful stellar winds as they wake up. Fact 29. The Milky Way creates about 1 or 2 new stars every year.
They are light years tall, cold and majestic, carved by the light of nearby giants. Fact 33. Most of the galaxy is empty space. If stars were grains of sand, they would be miles apart. The galaxy is a cathedral of emptiness. The silence of the arms is not the silence of nothingness. It is the silence of potential. It is the quiet of a forest before the first bird sings. Fact 34. Dark matter surrounds the galaxy like an invisible ghost. We cannot see it, but we feel its weight. Fact 35. Without dark matter, the Milky Way would fly apart. It is the invisible glue holding the spiral together. Fact 36. Dark matter makes up about 85% of the galaxy's mass. We are the minority. We are the foam on top of a deep, dark ocean. Fact 37. The galaxy is warped. It is not a flat disk, but twisted at the edges like a vinyl record left in the sun. Fact 38. This warp is caused by the gravitational tug of nearby satellite galaxies. Everything is connected. Nothing exists in isolation.
They travel so fast, they will eventually escape into the intergalactic void. Fact 42. Our solar system takes 230 million years to complete one lap around the center. The last time we were in this spot, dinosaurs were just beginning to walk the Earth. Fact 43. We are traveling at 828,000 kilometers per hour. You are a passenger on a starship made of rock and water. Fact 44. The galactic habitable zone is the ring where life is most likely. Too close to the center, and radiation is too high. Too far, and there aren't enough heavy elements. Fact 45. We are in the Goldilocks zone of the galaxy. Not too hot, not too cold. Just right for a quiet night's sleep. Rest now. The spiral arms are wide. The stars are far. And you are exactly where you need to be. Fact 46. The galaxy is filled with alcohol. There is a giant cloud of ethyl alcohol in a region called Sagittarius B2. Fact 47. It contains enough booze to fill 400 trillion pints of beer. It smells like raspberries and rum. Fact 48. Supernovae are the deaths of massive stars. For a few weeks, a single dying star can outshine the entire galaxy. Fact 49. These explosions create the heavy elements in your body. The iron in your blood was
It formed shortly after the dawn of time itself. Fact 51. White dwarfs are the remains of stars like our sun. They are the size of Earth, but have the mass of a star. Fact 52. A teaspoon of white dwarf material would weigh 15 tons. It is matter packed so tightly, it defies the imagination. Fact 53. Eventually, white dwarfs cool down to become black dwarfs. Cold, dark cinders drifting in the dark. Fact 54. No black dwarfs exist yet. The universe is too young for any star to have cooled that much. Fact 55. There are diamond planets. Worlds made largely of carbon, pressed into crystal by immense gravity. Imagine a world that sparkles in the light of a distant sun. A jewel, the size of a planet. The universe is more beautiful than we have the words to describe. Fact 56. The galaxy's magnetic field is surprisingly weak. It is thousands of times weaker than a refrigerator magnet.
They are like retirement homes for the oldest stars in the universe. Fact 63. The Milky Way is part of the Laniakea supercluster. Laniakea means immeasurable heaven. Fact 64. Our galaxy is just one of 100,000 galaxies in this structure. Fact 65. Most of the stars you see with the naked eye are within 1,000 light-years. You are only seeing a tiny fraction of the neighborhood. Fact 66. The light from some stars you see tonight began its journey before you were born. You are looking at a ghost of the past. Fact 67. Brown dwarfs are failed stars. They were not quite heavy enough to start nuclear fusion. Fact 68. They glow with a faint infrared heat. They are warm embers in the cold dark. Fact 69. Neutrinos are passing through your body right now. Trillions of them every second coming from the stars. Fact 70. They are so light they can pass through a light year of lead without hitting anything. Fact 71. The Gould Belt is a ring of young stars near us. It is a local surge of life in the Orion Arm.
You are made of the same stuff as the spiral arms, the carbon in your cells, the oxygen in your lungs. You are the galaxy experiencing itself. You are the eyes of the universe.
The journey is long, but the destination is peace. We look now toward the future and the surrounding void. Fact 74. The Milky Way is moving toward the Andromeda galaxy. We are falling toward each other at 400,000 kilometers per hour. Fact 75. In 4 billion years, the two galaxies will collide. Fact 76. Because space is so empty, it is unlikely that any two stars will actually hit each other. Fact 77. The collision will be a slow, beautiful dance. A merger of two great cities of light. Fact 78. The result will be a new, giant elliptical galaxy. Scientists call it Milky. Fact 79. By the time this happens, our sun will have grown much hotter. The Earth will be long gone. Fact 80. The Milky Way is part of the local group. This is a collection of about 54 galaxies. Fact 81. Most members of the local group are dwarf galaxies. Tiny, sparkling dust, bunnies in the corners of space. Fact 82.
One day, the Milky Way will become a red and dead galaxy, a collection of old, cool stars with no new ones being born. Fact 87. This will take hundreds of billions of years. The universe has a very long evening ahead of it. The timeline of the stars is so much larger than our own. Our worries are like dust motes in a sunbeam. They drift for a moment, and then they vanish. There is peace in being small. Fact 88. We can only see about 5% of the universe. The rest is dark matter and dark energy. Fact 89. Dark energy is pushing the universe apart. Galaxies are flying away from each other faster and faster. Fact 90. Eventually, all other galaxies will disappear from our sky. The Milky Way will be alone in the dark. Fact 91. But that won't happen for trillions of years. For now, the sky is full of friends. Fact 92. The galactic halo is a sphere of dark matter and old stars that surrounds the disk. Fact 93. It is like the atmosphere of the galaxy. Faint, thin, but vast. Fact.
You are billions of years old, wearing a brand new face. Fact 97. The sound of the galaxy would be a low, deep hum. If we could hear the vibrations of gas clouds, it would be a lullaby. Fact 98. The Milky Way is flat because of the conservation of angular momentum, like a pizza dough being tossed in the air. Fact 99. Everything in the galaxy is perfectly balanced. Gravity pulls in, and motion pushes out. A state of eternal equilibrium. Fact 100. You are here, in a quiet arm of a beautiful galaxy, protected by gravity, warmed by a steady star. The immensity of the Milky Way is not meant to make you feel insignificant. It is meant to show you how much room there is for you to dream. You are a part of this structure, as vital as a star, as enduring as the dark matter. Close your eyes. Feel the rotation of the Earth. Feel the drift of the solar system. You are traveling through the deep. You are safe. You are home. The stars will watch over the night. Sagittarius A star will keep its silent vigil at the center. The spiral arms will continue their slow, majestic turn. Sleep now. The galaxy is big enough to hold all your dreams. The light is fading. The silence is complete.